that has come out. It used to be by a company called MacFun, but now it's by a company called Skylum. I think they just changed their name. Um, but they used to create software just for Macs, but now they've opened up to Windows as well. So the software I'm going to show you in just a second is available for Mac or Windows. So if you have a Windows machine, you can get this too, which is awesome. And I was hesitant to try this because I am a sold out for Adobe, but it's actually really cool and really pretty easy to use. I haven't gotten into all of the things that it offers, but definitely the basics, and it's pretty simple and pretty powerful. Let's get into it so you can kind of see real quick what it can do, and then I'm going to tell you about a cool offer that they're having right now, and why it might be a better option if you don't want to spend the $10 a month for Lightroom and Photoshop. So I'm just going to open it up really quick. So behind, I just wanted to show you, we're going to use the sunflower photos that I took this week. Another kind of cool thing about Luminar is that it can actually integrate with Photoshop and Lightroom, and that was one of the things that really appealed to me because like I said, I'm sold out for Lightroom and Photoshop. So all you have to do is open up Luminar, open up an image. We're going to go and look at my sunflower photos. Let's pick, it's hard to see what's in here. That one looks kind of cool. What else do we got in here? Maybe that one. Okay. And we're just going to play with this because honestly, I don't have any plans for these images. I've only edited one image in here, maybe 2 images in Luminar, so this is really new to me too. So as you can see, it kind of looks like Lightroom, it kind of looks like Photoshop. If I were to compare it, I would compare it to like as a mixture of both of them. So over here on your right, you have basically what they call like the filters panel. You can collapse all of them so that you have it nice and neat and clean. And then they have literally a million filters. So, I mean, maybe not literally. Okay, fine. There's a ton of them. I think somebody said like 50 or 60 different filters that you guys can use. And, I mean, there are a ton. They have them like grouped so you can just do like professional or like do like a quick and awesome workflow, or if you're doing aerial photography or landscape. So this is landscape. Let's just go in and see what they have for landscape photography. So they always start with this raw develop, which if your images are in RAW, which you should be, they will start you off with the raw develop. And I think I read somewhere that if it's a JPEG image, it'll just say develop. So I think this sunflower needs to be warm, so I'm just going to bump up the temperature. And these are all your basic develop tools like that would be in Lightroom or in your raw editor in Photoshop if you're using Photoshop. And so you can just move them up and down, and if you wanted to bring your exposure up or down a little bit, might bring it down a little bit, and you can do those just like you would in Lightroom. do that. Okay. And then, not on this one, somewhere there is a, oh, down here, there's a filters amount, and it lets you bring the amount of your, like the overall amount of the filters on the whole image. So all of these filters added together, you can bring the amount up and down using this final slider at the very bottom. So that's kind of cool. So you can pick whatever filters you want to add. Like if I wanted to add this brilliance and warmth filter, so like I said, I want it really warm because I feel like sunflowers, right, it should be pretty warm. And then there was one in here that I thought was kind of cool, which was it let you it's an adjustable gradient. So the top of the image, it lets you cool down. So like that sky area, it lets you cool down the sky area, and also maybe bring a little bit of contrast to it. So we can bring some of that blue back into the sky, but keep the warmth down at the bottom, which is kind of cool. We can still bump up the warmth. What I really want to get is more of that, here, the structure possibly. Bring that softness down. Cool. So I think it looks pretty good. It has this really cool little feature up here where you can turn on this before and after, so you can see what it looked like before and what it looks like after. I think it looks a lot better. What do you think? You guys can let me know in the comments. Definitely the sky looks a lot better, right? That looks a ton better. It was a lot blown out before. And you can almost see the bee on the flower now. And the sun rays look so much better. They're much more defined now. So this is just a really quick overview of the things you could do. One of the really cool things, and I will show you, one of the things that sold me for this, let me see if I can find it, was this. And it's not going to work on here because I actually got natural sun rays, but it's actually, I don't know if you can see this, but see it? You can actually place sun rays in your image. So if you took a picture and you were like, and see how it goes behind? How cool is that? I thought that was just the coolest thing. So if I wanted to put the sun here and get an even brighter sun, and you can change it, you can make it warmer, so to match the image. I just thought that was the coolest thing. And any filter you put on, you can take off. You can press the red X. You can adjust them so it's not, it can have less rays. They don't have to be as long. They could go back and be shorter. The radius can be less. So now it's matching up with what I had. But yeah, so you can take off any one. But since I had natural sun rays, I think I'll just leave it how I shot it. But you can, any photo that you take that you think needs sun rays, you can add it, which is pretty stinking cool if you ask me. So you can see in the little descriptions they have for it what all the little things you can add to it, which is pretty sweet. All the things that you see on images, you're like, oh, how do they do that? You can probably get accomplished with the filters that they have on here, which is pretty sweet, pretty stinking sweet. But yeah, so there's a lot that you can do with just the filters that they have on here, and then playing with the sliders to get the look that you like. And then that doesn't even scratch the surface of what it can do. You still have the tools, your crop, your transform, your clone stamp, and your erase up here, that help you do all the things that you need to do. So if you need to remove something or crop your photo, which is super easy. I think that's all I wanted to show you with just a quick overview of what Luminar can do. So it's really kind of a mix of Photoshop and Lightroom in one. I would say probably leans more towards the Lightroom aspect of just being able to post-process your images relatively quickly. It doesn't have, from what I can tell yet, it doesn't have the ability to catalog your images like Lightroom does. So if you're looking for something to catalog your images, Lightroom is the thing to go towards if that's what you're looking for. But if you're looking for something just to be able to edit your images really quickly, really easily, this is beautiful. So the thing that I wanted to tell you about was, and sorry, you can read all my email, was this. So Skylum, who makes Luminar, is having a flash sale for the next 2 days, 19 hours, 38 minutes, and 3 seconds from when I created this video, so Friday morning. So until, let's see, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I guess Monday. But they're knocking $20 off the price, so they're basically selling their software, Luminar, for $49, which is the price that they sold it for when they very first launched. It's also the price that I got it for when I went to Photoshop World a couple months ago. So this is a really great deal. The beauty of Luminar is that you only pay this price once and you get the updates. So like with Adobe, you have to pay $10 a month basically forever, and they may keep raising the price eventually, but this one, you buy the software once, and you have it forever, and they give you the updates whenever they come out, which is awesome. So whatever the software may or may not turn into, it could turn into something closer to Lightroom where it becomes something where you can catalog your photos, which would be awesome. We don't know yet, but at the moment it is a great photo editor, and really easy to use. So I definitely highly recommend it if you are looking for something to edit your photos and you don't want to spend a ton of money. So yeah, I just wanted to show you guys this, and I hope some of you jump in and grab Luminar while you can. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me or Matt. Matt has actually had this a lot longer than me, so he may be able to answer more technical questions. I'm still learning, but Google is my best friend, so I should be able to find anything for you guys. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and we'll be making more videos for you guys soon. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you guys soon.